welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be getting ready, but I'm going to be answering some questions I got from YouTube and Instagram, and I'm just going to jump right in because I want to answer as many of your guys' questions as possible. So let's get into it. So I screenshotted some of the questions from Instagram and YouTube that I was going to answer. How you and your husband met and fell in love. Please share your love story and what you were studying. Let me grab my foundation real quick and then I'll talk about that one. So I actually have a new foundation that I'm going to be trying today. I've never tried it before. Been getting into clean beauty and just clean products in general. CoverGirl just came out, well, I don't know if just is the right word, but they came out with clean foundation. It's called Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I think I've seen a couple reviews on these and people really liked it, so I'm really excited to try it because it's like, I think it was $8.50, so very affordable, and it's obviously a clean product, so that's also very exciting. I'm not sure which shade I'm gonna be. I got light, medium, and medium. So I am studying accounting. I actually just finished my bachelor program in May. I have my bachelor's degree now, which is very exciting. I'm now going to be continuing on to my master's program, and I'm still pursuing accounting for my master's degree. I'm getting a master's in accountancy. That's what I'm studying. And then how we met and fell in love, our love story. We actually met at church, and I'll make this short because I could literally talk about this the entire video. We knew of each other from church because we obviously went to the same church, but we never really talked to each other. We both did tennis in high school. I was a sophomore when he was a senior, and so this was his senior year. He was commenting on my pictures on Instagram of tennis, and one of them, he's like, tennis is life. I was like, yeah, it is, or something along those lines. And he's like, we're playing Kamaikan, which is where I went to high school. Maybe I'll see you there. And I didn't reply. And then later on, like a month or two later, after he had graduated, we both were going to the church summer camp, and we both went to the car wash there, and that was the first time we like actually had a conversation. So I would say like that was the first time we technically met, because other than that, it was like he followed me on social media, I followed him, and then he like commented on a couple of my photos, but like we had never really spoke to each other. Maybe he said hi, but that was it. So that was kind of the first time we met. We met at the car wash, and we talked like the second half of the car wash, and then he actually did slide into my Twitter DMs and got my number, and the rest is history. One of my first vlogs I think I've ever filmed on my channel, it was one of our anniversaries of meeting each other, and we talk about like the whole story of us meeting each other and everything leading up to it. So if you want to watch that video, I'll have it up here, but that was like much more fresh in my mind back then, so we probably have more details than what I just shared. But yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell. So first impressions on this foundation is it's definitely sheer coverage, but I like that for summer because in the summer you don't want like a lot of thick foundation. I think it's definitely buildable. I don't think you could really get like a full coverage out of this, but I like it. We'll see how it wears because that's always the test. I'll let you guys know what I think how it wears throughout the day, but I think that's pretty good foundation for just like everyday kind of look. So I'm just going to be using this Tarte concealer. Next question, what's the future of your YouTube channel look like? My channel as of pre-quarantine, I did a lot of thrift store videos, and I definitely want to start doing those more. It's just so hard thrifting right now with just the state of everything. At least in LA, like we're still like, I feel like we went backwards into phase 1 again, or maybe 2, I don't know. So I definitely want to start doing thrifting videos again when things kind of open up and get a little bit easier to go shopping in. Other than that, I think it'll kind of look the same. Like I really love vlogging and just documenting special moments or days, and I love looking back on them because really like the reason I started vlogging was because I wanted to look back and have those memories documented, and I'm so glad I did. I think another thing that might be in the future is more like clean makeup, clean products, that kind of stuff, because I'm very into that. As of right now, I've done a lot of research, but I'm like in the process of transitioning my house to clean products just as things run out. I get new things that are clean. My next product is this Seal the Deal setting powder. So I'm gonna just use that to set my entire face, but I'm going to read another question. Best tips for decorating an apartment on a budget. Love this question. That is also something I don't really talk about a lot on my channel, is interior design, but that is something I'm very, very passionate about. Tips on decorating on a budget. This is something I would advise, but I did not do, and that's why I would advise it, because I wish I would have done it. First thing, if you're starting an apartment, I would advise accumulating things slowly. Don't feel like you need a perfect apartment in a week like I did. We moved here and I wanted to decorate the entire apartment before I got back to school, which was like only like 5 days, but I don't recommend it for other people because you end up buying things that are way more expensive than you would have bought if you would have just looked around a little bit longer and got a better deal. Don't feel like you're in a rush. My second tip, look at the thrift store. The thrift stores always have really awesome decor if you just look for it. And you can do like a lot of repurposed stuff, which is super fun. Like if you find a pretty dresser, you could, you know, sand it down, restain it or whatever. My other tip is just search for those good deals. TJ Maxx, you know, Marshalls, that kind of stuff always has the cutest things, and for the most part are normally a very good price. Let's bronze up this face because I'm looking very pale and flat right now. I'm gonna use this Lawless bronzer in Golden Hour. It's a very pretty bronzy color, and this is Clean Beauty, so if you're into clean products, this is a clean product, and I've been using this for a couple months now and I've been really liking it. I knew this one was coming. Are you planning on having kids? If so, when? Yes, we're definitely going to be having kids. Not anytime soon though. I definitely want to at least be in a house before we start having kids, if not buy a house. We definitely have a couple things that we want to do before we start having kids. We really want to travel. I don't really know when we'll start having kids, but definitely not in the next decade. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know exactly when we'll start having kids because it really just depends on the stage of life we're in and if we're ready and, you know, if we've traveled, if we're in a house, that kind of stuff. But not anytime soon. I'm only 22. Wait, oh my gosh, I'm not even 22 yet. I don't even know how old I am. I will be turning 22 in like 2 months, but I'm still young. He's only 23. He just turned 23. So there's no rush. So the next step, I'm going to be doing blush. And the blush I'm going to be using is this RMS Beauty Pressed Blush in Crushed Rose. This is also a clean product that I have been using for the past couple months. The color that I was wanting was more of a peachy color. This looks like so intimidating, huh? Like you look at that and you're like, looks like it's from the 80s, but it's not as intimidating as it looks on the cheeks. What's your best advice to get over the nervousness of starting a YouTube channel? It depends on if you're comfortable in front of a camera, because if you're not comfortable in front of a camera, there's a whole bunch of nerves that just come with talking to a camera. I would just say, like, be yourself and be true to who you are, because you don't have to think twice about being yourself, you know? I think if you're nervous about starting a YouTube channel, this is probably so redundant, but just start and the nerves will go away as you get more comfortable in front of a camera. And I think with me, when I started like editing my videos after I shot them, I realized like, oh, you know, you can do this better or whatever, in like a healthy way, not like in a super critical way. But like, I think looking back on my first video, I was definitely not as much myself in front of the camera. I definitely wasn't not myself, but I'm just much more comfortable nowadays in front of a camera. I talk to the camera like I would talk to any other person, I think, I hope. So I think it just comes with practice, honestly. And don't be nervous because I'm sure people will love you. So the next thing I'm gonna be doing is highlight, and I'm gonna be using the Becca Highlight in Champagne Pop. But this is a quick one. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Definitely an extrovert. I love people and I love talking. And I always say this, if I never had another minute alone, I'd be totally okay with that. Which I know a lot of people need their alone time. not me. Oh, I like this question. Where do you like to shop? I feel like I'm not very diverse in the places I shop at. I kind of only shop online nowadays. The past like couple years, I just like to shop online. I like shopping at ASOS. That's probably my #1 place I like to shop. I also recently started shopping at, is it Princess Polly? I think it's Princess Polly. And I got a couple dresses and rompers. This one I'm wearing right now is from Princess Polly, and I really like their clothes and dresses and rompers. Great quality. And then the last place I order from is Lulu's. I really like Lulu's. Urban Outfitters I shop at a little bit. We have a surplus discount store right down the street from us, and so I really like shopping there. Those are kind of the only places I shop at. This palette's from Beauty Counter, and does it have a name? Classic eyeshadow palette. Yeah, that's the one. But it looks like this. Really pretty, just neutral colors, which is exactly what I like. And I'm just gonna take this color Suede and put it in my crease, and then answer my next question. I always forget to look. The next question is, what's it really like living in LA? Honestly, after over 2 years of living here, oh my gosh, I actually think we moved here exactly 2 years ago, actually today. Anyways, when we first moved here, I was saying like, oh, it just feels like you're on vacation all the time. And after 2 years, I still feel like that. Like, obviously our everyday lives happen here, so our mundane happens here. But I think the reason I feel like that is because we are both from Washington, and so just the scenery here is just so beautiful. There's palm trees, you know, that kind of stuff just reminds me of vacation, and just it being sunny and warm, that kind of stuff makes it feel like a vacation. And there's like so many fun things to do. There's beaches, there's mountains, there's theme parks, there's yummy restaurants, shopping, like anything you can name, it's probably here. So that's like super fun. On the flip side though, it's very expensive. So expensive. Cost of living in general is really expensive here. So that part's not fun. That's not a fun part about living here. The other thing about what it's really like living here is life's just a little bit more difficult than like say our hometown, because it is a city, and so you like parking, pay for parking, traffic, all that kind of stuff. But if you really love it here, that kind of stuff is worth it. Quarantine has made things like, because everything's shut down, that's what I'd say it's really like living here. The next shade I'm going to use is this ivory color. I should have answered this earlier. I didn't see it till now. Do you agree on the number of kids you guys want? No. Nolan wants like 2 or 3, and I want like 4, maybe 3, maybe more. I don't know. You just never know until you start having kids how many you really want. But I would say we don't like totally disagree. It's not like he wants 1 and I want 6, and neither one of us are able to budge. I think we can at least compromise on 3. How did your husband propose? That's something I've never talked about on my channel fully. I think I mentioned it in a video, and at the time I was like, oh, go subscribe to our Nolan and Madge channel because that's gonna be our first video up there. Lol. He was just like, this isn't a very good video, and so he never wanted to post it. I feel like that would be such a fun video to post on my YouTube channel. I forgot to mention too, this Beauty Counter eyeshadow palette, I'm pretty sure is a clean product as well. I'm really trying hard to use clean products. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Advice for first time pup owners. That's a good question. I will answer that question while I put in my brow gel. Benefit Brow Gimme Brow in shade 3. I just think first and foremost, like, just make sure you know that puppies are super full on, kind of like a baby, in the sense you're gonna be waking up with them every couple hours at night for potty training, and during the day they need a lot of supervision because, you know, they have accidents or, you know, get into things. Do lots of research, figure out how you want to raise that dog. Be so aware you're gonna fall in love. I'm just gonna use this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. The next thing I'm going to be doing is mascara. I just used the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. I'm not even gonna try to talk and do my mascara because that's not gonna work. All done with my mascara, and I'm going to be doing my last step, which is lips. I got this new Dose of Color lip gloss in the shade Happy Hour that I'm going to be trying, and I'm going to answer my last question. What are your passions in life? This one's nice. It's a little bit more like pinky than I normally go for, but this is pretty. Back to the question. I love my family and I love YouTube. I really love making YouTube videos and editing them and all that. I also, like I mentioned in this video earlier, have a passion for interior design. I love to work out and eat healthy, and Jesus and church. Those are my passions. I think those are the things that I enjoy and think about and want to do the most. I'm going to have all the products I used linked below if you are curious. Thank you guys so much for sending in your questions. If you want to be involved in my next Q&A, you can follow me on Instagram. I usually do a box up there, and then this time I did a post in YouTube, which I never had done before. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my answers and maybe getting to know me a little bit better. I have new products that I'm trying out, clean products, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell so you get notified every single time I post, because I do post videos every single week. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye!